Hi, it's Atoolred. So let's continue with the same sensitive topic called terrorism. Today may be the last video on terrorism because my fans want music. So today let's talk about the terror solution. After all, talking about problems over and over again and without a solution, you don't give justice to the topic. So what's the solution of the terror problem which we are facing today? A couple of videos back, I talked about the main inspiration of any organization. If you get the main inspiration, the organization completely collapses. So goes for the terror organization. The main inspiration for the terror organizations around the world, and old and new, even new organizations have the same person as the main inspiration for terrorism. He has been a very fierce fighter. He has been the head of state. And he has been a very celebrated personality in the terrorist world. He's known for his heroics. He's also had many injuries and is known to be a very good fighter. He's the one who's organized the whole system of terrorism which is taking over the whole world. So who is this person, the main inspiration of terrorists around the world? Me and you don't know what it is or how it is done. Because we and you are totally out of the area of terrorism. But terrorists have their own stories, their own inspirational proverbs, their own inspirational passwords, their own talk shows in secrecy, their own training programs. Terrorism today is very organized. It is because they have this main inspiration. So, it may be difficult for you and me to understand, but it's true. This person also created one of the first internationally known organizations of terror, the terror organization of Taliban. He's a founder. The founder of Taliban. He's a very famous personality. He has also been responsible for a lot of organizational work as well as harboring very famous terrorists and planning very meticulously acts of terrorism around the world. Today he's more of a creative inspiration to terrorism. His stories are very famous and they inspire young people as well as old people to join terrorism, even from other religions, other sectors, other areas, other groups. And in his name, a lot is done in terrorism. So, the main inspiration is this person called Omar. He's the founder of Taliban. So if you get the main inspiration, you will have the problem solved by magic. You'll see magically the problem will be solved. No terrorist will have even the slightest power to come forward to even put a word against anybody opposing terrorism. It'll just collapse like a house of cards. Just collapse totally. So the terrorist, he also has a bounty on his name. He's got a lot of millions of dollars on his name. If you get him, you'll also become very rich. But that's besides the point. This person is also a very different kind of person. He has his own occult practices and occult rituals. That's what he's busy in right now, nowadays, in his occultism. So to defeat the cult of terrorism, you got to go after this main inspiration called Omar, the founder of Taliban. And once he's out, believe me, Taliban or any other organization, all will collapse totally. They are just surviving on this one main inspiration, Omar. And a lot of people in the world know that. He's been around for a long time. He fought the Russians and won. He's fighting Americans and he's winning. He's fought a lot of groups and armies and won from them. So if he goes, the terrorist problem will be solved. But who's going to get him? Nobody will. He's also an inspiration for politicians, for dubious groups, for smugglers, for businessmen. Yeah, businessmen. Get inspiration from him. Business is full of criminality. They say if you are a good businessman, you have to be a very good criminal. But one day, we will realize that unless we punish Satan, God's name will not be respected by the children tomorrow. This person is also very faithful to God, but he's very ugly. His deeds are very ugly. God is beauty, Satan is ugly. So we got to watch out for that too. So all focuses, all efforts around the world should be to outdo this person called Omar, the founder of Taliban, and nothing else. You'll have the problem solved. Magically. You'll just stop. The inspiration goes, everybody gets back to normal. So, if you tell your presidents, your generals around the world, the militaries, and all the big shots going around talking about stopping terrorism, tell them the solution. Let me say it in one sentence. The solution to the terror problem today is to get the Taliban founder, Omar, out of action. And that's all the solution is. And the world will be a beautiful place after that. It'll be a very beautiful place. So let's stop right here. I told you the terror solution. Let's see what happens now. If the terror solution will be put into practice or not. So here's Atoolred, perfect trainer Atoolred, signing out.